Hey, family, good morning. Good Monday morning. It's your girl. It is Narda Joe. Happy Monday. I pray everyone is well, and I already know that you beautiful people will remember to thank God for the newness of another day. I also pray that you lovely people had a fantastic weekend. So listen, there's a song that my daughter actually introduced me to. I think the young man's name is Jonathan McReynolds, right? And the lyrics, the title of the song is I'm Not Lucky, I'm Loved. I'm not lucky, I'm loved. So that's the topic on the table today. It's not luck, it's love. Love has everything to do with it. You know, particularly when you hear people talk about if you've had any measure of so-called success, right? Any measure of so-called success, people will say, my goodness, you are really lucky. Right? When things happen to you in your life. Honey, listen, luck has nothing to do with it. It is love. Hey, sis, how are you, sweetheart? Thank you. Thank you. Well, you know, I get my tips from you. Thank you, baby. How are you this morning, Ange? Right? We are not lucky. We are loved. God loves us so much that he wants to bless us. Isn't that right? He wants to bless us. So the moon, the stars, chance, things happen by chance. No, there's no coincidence. We are not lucky. We are loved. With that being said, walk in the love that Christ has given us. Walk in it. Right? God allows nothing happens on this side of heaven without God's permission, right? God's desire is to bless us, right? Not Miss Cleo and them, not waiting on the lottery by chance and hope and pray that something will happen. We are not lucky. We are loved. Luck has nothing to do with it. Love has everything to do with it. How do you measure success? You measure success however you measure it, right? What is your measuring rod? When you attain some things, this is the way it goes, right? You pray for some things. You set a goal. Good morning, Tamar. How are you, sweetheart? You set a goal. You pray for some things. And then you do what? The work. Isn't that right? And you know that better than anybody else, sweetheart. Then you do the work. And in the work is sacrifice. Then you sacrifice. You do the work, right? And you trust and you believe that God will meet the need. That this thing, whatever this thing is, whatever your measure is to attain your goals and your desires, will come to pass. What does luck have to do with that? Nothing. And God loves us so much that he will allow us to achieve some things. Isn't that right? Through the disappointment, through the successes, through the failures, because he is building something. Isn't that right? God is building our integrity. God is building our character. It's all coupled in love. Might I suggest to you, my dear brother and my dear sister, you are not lucky. You are loved. What you say, Angie? You got to do the work and allow God to provide the increase. Absolutely. You know that better than anybody else. Listen, for those of you who don't know, my sister Angela Lynn Ware she's on the thread. She's listening to this live video. Listen to what she has given up some things in her life, right? To attain a goal, right? It took years to accomplish, and y'all know that new show that's on CBS, God Friended Me. She's working behind the scenes. I'm over here like having a hot flash, Andy. She's working behind the scenes of that show, right? How interesting is it to me that God has increased your territory, Angie, and the name of the show is What God Friended Me. Come on, man. Don't miss the blessing. Don't offend God by saying that you were lucky. No. Angie, you are a clear example of what God can do when you put in the work, when you trust God. Isn't that right? God will friend you. Oh, my goodness. He is not our enemy. And I believe that he's insulted when we say that I'm just lucky. Like you just sat there and wished for something to happen and it just came to pass. That's not even intelligent. That doesn't make sense, right? You see a business owner who's, achieved their business. You see people who are authors. I'm an author myself. Are you with me here? All these goals, it's like, oh, wow. You are really lucky. You get promotions on your job. You are really, no, I put in the work, man. Don't insult God like that. You put in the work. Isn't that right? And God loves us so much that he gives us the tenacity to deal with some things that normally, if we didn't know him, we would respond a different way. But God has a way of settling us down. Isn't that right? So that we can become laser focused to attain that goal. The enemy does this. He sends things our way to distract us. Isn't that right? You are not lucky. You are loved. What goals do you have? What has God told you? You going to do this thing, whatever the thing is, right? Just do it. It is coupled and just surrounded in love. Hey, Mona, how are you, sweetheart? You are not lucky. The devil is a lie. You are not lucky. No, send that back to hell. You're not lucky. Lucky? No, no, no. We don't know. We don't receive that. You, my dear brother, you, my dear sister, are loved. Hold on to that. When things get tough, they gonna get tough. They gonna get weighed for sure. And you will literally question, Lord, is this what you have for me? This is a little tough right now. It's getting hard. What does luck have to do with that? Yes, God is building some things in us. What you say, Tamar, you needed to hear this. I'm trusting God for all the love, not luck he has for me. Decided to go back to school, putting in the work. Right, Tamar, perfect example. So you decided to go back to school. Know this, sweetheart. Stand on the promises of God. Go back to school. And when you go back to school, it's going to be hard. It's going to be like somebody told me this, that life can be like a roller coaster. Isn't that right? It's going to be up and it's going to be down. But you stand firm in your faith. You stand firm in your faith. And you tell God, you know what you said in your word? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Isn't that right? Stand on his promises. Stand. It's going to get tough, but God is tougher than all that. He's building some things. You going to cry. It's all good. Don't stay there too long. He bottles up our tears. Isn't that right? Cry. Go to school. Get your degree, whatever it is. Do it. Don't stop. If it takes 2 days, if it takes 2 years, if it takes 20 years, do it. Do it. And what's going to happen in the interim, what will happen is people will look to you and say, how did you do that with all that you had coming against you? You will get the victory. Absolutely. It's hard, but God ain't make no punk. Listen, if this is spiritual warfare, if this is a battle, punks don't fight. Are you with me here? Soldiers fight. Of course it's a battle. Soldiers fight. Listen, I battle every single day of my life. I'm not always happy-go-lucky all throughout the day. Are you with me here? It takes me forever to get out the bed in the morning. Nonetheless, it is in his strength that we do. It is in his strength that we achieve. It is in God's strength that we live and we move and we have our being. Not luck. This is not a lucky charm. It's not. It's insulting. It's insulting to God. It really, really is. So get off that luck train, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? But do this as well. If you hear people talk about luck, let them have it, because we didn't always believe like we believe today. Isn't that right? Don't beat people up for what they believe, but you can give them the truth. You know what I mean? Stand on your truth. No, baby, you believe in luck? Okay, I'm not even mad with you. I believe that God loves me so much that luck had nothing to do with it. Love has everything to do with it. There are some things that God said that I can do. I'm going after them. He will withhold no good thing from us. He, being God, will withhold no good thing from us. We're not lucky. No, we don't subscribe to that. We're loved. That's all I have for you, family. Nia, thank you so much, baby, for introducing your mama to that song. Jonathan McReynolds. Check it out. I'm not lucky. I'm loved. Love has everything to do with it. Be loving today. Start today. Be loving today. And watch your love increase toward God first, right? And then one toward the other. That's all I have for you, family. God bless you. May heaven smile upon you and yours and give you peace. Have a fantastic day. God bless.